Kal Halal, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who still leads as examples to the flock. Peace and salutations to the Akim out there, pushing this word in all sincerity and all truth, and to the rest of the believers, Shalom. Now, this lesson is going to be entitled Jamaicans Live on Cash Too Much, and that's a direct quote from the governor of the Bank of Jamaica here in the island of Jamaica. So this article was December 31st, 2025, so New Year's Eve last year, so just a few weeks ago. The BOJ is pushing to improve Jamdex access. Now, Jamdex is Jamaica Digital Exchange, and it is Jamaica's central bank digital currency that became legal tender back in 2022. So we're talking, I think it was June 2022, so we're talking almost 4 years ago. This has been legal tender, and it represents only 1/10, of the currency in 0.1% of the currency in circulation, and one of the biggest things that's pushing them back is so we see right here in this paragraph here, right? It says the two main constraints impacting the use of Jamdex are on the number of wallet providers and the ability of merchants to accept the currency using their existing point-of-sale terminals. The public can currently use only two digital wallets to transact with Jamdex, the Link mobile app from NCB's TFOB Limited and Jane Bank's Jane Pay. The BOJ lists 2,375 merchants on its website that accept Jamdex as a payment, right? So it says the entire BOJ is going to be pressing relentlessly to get the point-of-sale machines in the banks converted to take Jamdex so that we can market Jamdex in a massive way and get more Jamaicans to use it instead of cash, right? I also wanted to focus on this quote here, emphasizing the urgency. Biles later stated, Jamaica lives on cash too much. It's bad now, but I can tell you next year this time it's going to be even worse unless we get off this diet of cash. And the way to do that is through Jamdex. And this is a global push. This is not just here in Jamaica. This is a global thing. Right now, let's look at the EU, right? Digital euro, right? Let's get some news on the digital euro, right? So this is Financial Times, the juice to squeeze on the digital euro, God damn it. Too many, yeah. Right. Exclusive. Digital euro faces political deadlock in Brussels, so they're still fighting over it, But ultimately, this is what's going to be pushed. CoinGeek. ECB urges tech service providers to help build digital euros. This is the new thing. ECB preps for digital euro launch in 2029. So it's not just here in Jamaica. Right, the digital euro, the CBDC, central bank digital currencies, are the future that the elite of this world have decided on, right? So that's why the governor of the Bank of Jamaica is saying, which is the central bank in Jamaica, is saying Jamaica lives on cash too much, and they need to get off this diet of cash. Right, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And this is what we're seeing it happen more and more and more, years ago, decades ago with the apostles, preaching this, there was very few things that you could point to in current events to say, okay, this is what's gonna come. This is the mark of the beast. The microchip, digital currencies, digital identities, all these things are gonna tie into a physical microchip implanted in you. But no, there's so much evidence that even camps who have traditionally thought that the mark of the beast is something else are now starting to change their tune. You know, as the great and powerful Bishop Nate said, oh, they might throw a chip in there because they see it. They see it happening. It's hard to deny right now. The evidence is there. But the Lord knows those who have been sincerely teaching, the doctrine from before it became evident, right? And even now, you will still have men who are adamant that it is something else other than the RFID microchip technology, right? This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So ultimately, they're going to do away with cash, right? They're going to do away with physical forms of identification. It's all going to be digital. And then when they create that perfect digital framework where your money is digital, your identity is digital, then what are they going to do? They're going to introduce the chip, which is going to store all that digital information and allow you to connect the physical with the digital by way of the chip. Tokenization is also a big part of that. All your proof of ownership of assets, physical assets, is going to be done through tokenization, right? So your house, your car, whatever you own that can be traded and sold and bought is going to be tokenized, so that every transaction will take place on a digital blockchain network. Nothing is going to be physical anymore, and ultimately that chip is going to be your access into that system. So hopefully this lesson was edifying, short and quick. Shalom.